January 6, 1982, a man named Harold Bray, who was a sheriff in Jefferson County, Colorado, arrived at the Denver airport. Harold was running late because his commute into the airport had been treacherous because Denver and the surrounding areas were all getting pounded by a snowstorm. He made it to his gate right as they were boarding the plane. So as the plane began to lift off the ground, he watched as the city lights of Denver slowly faded away. But just before their plane entered into the thick cloud that was hovering over that stretch of Colorado, located just west of Jefferson County, which is where Harold worked, was a 22-mile stretch of road that cut through the Rocky Mountains. It was called the Guanella Pass, and it took motorists up and over this 11,000-foot mountain pass. This road was not maintained in the wintertime, so if there was snow on the ground, you simply could not get through this pass. It was impossible. He saw there were clearly a car's headlights on the Guanella Pass. Whoever was in this vehicle was holding a flashlight out of their window, and they were shining the light straight up into the sky, flashing it on and off, signaling distress. So Harold knew if he didn't act quickly, this motorist was doomed. He waved down the attendant, and then after the attendant ran over, Harold explained who he was and why his experience as a sheriff told him that this was an emergency. The pilots used their radios to call down to authorities on the ground, and then just a couple of minutes later, the fire department was dispatched to Guanella Pass. 15 minutes later, the fire chief, a man named Dave Montoya, he sees up ahead the headlights of the stranded vehicle, which was a small pickup truck that had clearly slid off the road and gotten stuck in a big snowbank. And inside was a terrified-looking 30-year-old man named Alan Phillips. It was the middle of the night. It's negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Alan only had on a light jacket and some jeans and a small blanket wrapped around him. Alan began crying tears of joy and thanking God that he was going to survive. Alan, who was slightly intoxicated, told Dave that he had gone out drinking at a bar. He had stupidly decided to drive through the Guanella Pass back to his home. Over the next few days, local newspapers in Colorado and some national newspapers ran headlines about the miracle at Guanella Pass. 38 years later, in 2020, it was discovered that Alan had lied to Dave about why he was in Guanella Pass. He had murdered two hitchhikers near Breckenridge, Colorado. DNA evidence connected Alan to both cases. The only reason Alan got stuck in Guanella Pass is because he was attempting to flee the area where he committed these murders. In February of 2021, Alan, who was 70 years old at the time and still living in the Denver area, was finally arrested for these two murders, and he is currently awaiting trial.